Well, after a lengthy and thorough nationwide search, Montana State has its new head track and field coach, and it turns out they didn't have to look very far to find him. Lyle Weese, the new head coach of the Bobcat track and field program. First of all, congratulations. What does this mean for you and your family?
It really means a lot. I came here in the fall of 1998 as a student athlete. I had a great time here as a student athlete. I came back in 2009 as a volunteer coach, then a part-time coach, full-time coach, head cross country. Now as the director of the track and field and cross country programs, it really means a lot.
What were your emotions when you heard that Coach Kennedy had announced his retirement?
Well, yeah, pretty emotional, just thinking of how many people he has interacted with and how many have had a great experience with him as their coach in his time here at MSU. Yeah, it just means so much, not only to the track and field and cross country programs, but the university as a whole.
What does it mean to you to have been selected as the person that gets to replace Coach Kennedy and all that he's done?
Yeah, it's really an honor. And it comes with a lot of responsibility too, to carry on the legacy that Coach Kennedy has set with just outstanding academics, really strong track and field and cross country teams year in and year out. And
what is your plan and your vision for the program moving forward now that you're running things?
Well, there's a great foundation, so it's not like not anywhere near starting from scratch. We are just going to continue on with a lot of the things, the strength in the classroom, getting great student athletes, getting a lot of the best athletes from the state of Montana, maybe branch out a little bit in recruiting, and yeah, just do everything, put a lot of effort and all our focus on winning Big Sky Conference championships and getting more individuals to the NCAA meet.
You talked about the legacy that Dale Kennedy has left behind. I mean, 37 years as the head coach of this program. You ran for him, you've coached under him. What kind of influence has he had on you?
He's had an incredible influence. He means so much, you know, from a coaching mentor to just personally what he's meant to me. And I always, the things that I'll take from him is that he always takes the blame, even if it's not his fault. And he, yeah, just really cares. The student athletes, I think they know, like, no matter what, he really cares. So, and if you have that, then that's a great starting point for building going forward.
And you mentioned a minute ago that you have run the cross-country program for the last several years. How has that prepared you to take on the entire track and field program?
It is different being an assistant and a head coach, and it'll be a lot different being a head cross-country versus the director of the track and field program as a whole. But yeah, it's been a great experience being the head cross-country coach. Yeah, so many more things that when you're an assistant, you work with someone else on, or you work with the head coach or administration. And when you're a head coach, a lot of those things, those decisions are yours. So that's being the head cross-country coach the last few years has prepared me to be ready for those types of decisions.
And I know when I've talked to coaches who've been elevated from assistant to head coach before, something that they say is there's always things in the back of their mind. They're like, well, I'd like to do things this way, and I'd like to do things that way. How will you put your own thumbprint on this program?
Well, that's a really good question. It's going to be a lot of things are going to be a continuation. There's some things yeah, different in recruiting, maybe increase the recruiting footprint. And yeah, look at some things that we could do differently in the schedule. And yeah, I think some things with technology in terms of communication with the team, communication with the recruits. Yeah, just make some small adjustments that will make a big impact.
And in what ways does your familiarity with the program ease the transition into this role? Because had it been somebody coming in from the outside, it would be completely different. How does your familiarity and longevity in the program help with all of that?
Well, it really helps. It's important for track and field and cross country to have a connection with the alumni and the past student athletes. We've had so many great student athletes here over the years. And I think it's really nice for them to feel they have a connection. And then we have so many student athletes that have gone on to have such great success in their careers. So just being able to have that connection, the continuity. When you look at our coaching staff, Coach Kerrigan retired just less than a year ago, and he'd been here for over 30 years. And then Coach Kennedy obviously had been here for over 30 years. So yeah, just great continuity in the coaching staff. Tom Idle had been here for a long time. and yeah, it's been a real strength of our program, and it's something that, yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing.
And then one of the unique things of this, of again promoting from within, is you go from an assistant to a head coach, and now one of your first tasks is to fill an assistant coach's job. So how do you go about that process and starting to mold the staff to how you see fit?
Yeah, I'm really excited about adding additional assistant coaches, and I'm really excited about adding some. It's great to have continuity, but then it's also great to have some new ideas and some people that may not necessarily have come through our program, to see what some other schools are doing, and yeah, kind of use their strengths. So whether it's where they're familiar with recruiting, or just what they're personally good at. And add that into our program. It's just really exciting.
Well, he's the new head coach of the Montana State Track and Field program. He's been around a while. He's a familiar face. Lyle Weese, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it here on MSUBobcats.com for all the latest from track and field.